It is Friday, the 13th of June. Let's get into your national forecast here on Weather AM. Rainy conditions in Kelowna yesterday on our Thursday. However, we're looking at drier conditions for much of southern BC. However, rainfall targeting northern parts of the province that could really use the moisture. Now, recent years, the F1 race in Montreal has been rainy like this, but this year, a different story with a much sunnier forecast, especially for the big race day on Sunday. And for Halifax, it has been a remarkable stretch of rainy weekends. It looks like that may be done as a nice weekend forecast is in the cards. My name is Matt Hamel. Let's look across the country to start. We have thunderstorms for parts of the prairies and some parts of British Columbia. Cooler temperatures for our Friday in much of Ontario, but yes, into Atlantic Canada. Looking pretty good this weekend. Very isolated shower activity. In fact, it should be finally a dry weekend for areas like Halifax. 19 degrees for our Friday in Halifax with mostly sunny skies. We are trending on the cooler side. You see a 20-degree temperature, kind of hard to come by today. But heading into the weekend, we see dry conditions for Halifax, 21 degrees by Monday. Fredericton, a couple 20-degree days over what should be a pretty nice looking weekend. Meanwhile, we're seeing that cooler temperature influence for southern Quebec. But yes, as we mentioned, the forecast heading into the Grand Prix, even for Father's Day on Sunday, the big race day, it's looking beautiful. 24 degrees and sunny, so really not much in the way of moisture. We do see the potential for things to get a little hairy in parts of southwestern Ontario and Niagara region with some cloud cover, maybe some showers, but generally speaking, it might not be the warmest weekend, but the dry conditions do look to be favorable here. So 17-degree high for our Friday in Toronto. That's about 7 degrees cooler than usual for this time of year. So as we enter the weekend, we're looking at the end of the work week on the cooler side, but as you can see for Toronto, heading into the weekends, Father's Day, 22 degrees and mostly sunny and really widespread across Ontario. A pretty decent weekend, although Thunder Bay dealing with some of those cooler temperatures well into Sunday. Now for the western part of the country, we can see that storm threat for areas like Edmonton and Calgary. Some showers today in Saskatchewan, although that storm threat may shift more so into Saskatchewan tomorrow. But for today, our Friday showing that possibility of severe weather from areas like Edmonton all the way into southwestern Saskatchewan. Shout out to Shaunavon. Now, here's a look at how things are timing out. Early in the day, some moisture, and then as we head into the afternoon, some of those storm cells popping up, especially late afternoon, early evening for southwestern Saskatchewan. We see some impressive looking storm cells in the forecast. And as I mentioned, tomorrow, that possibility of severe weather more so shifting into Saskatchewan, although we still have that chance of thunderstorms into parts of Alberta and British Columbia. So the rainfall associated with this stormy weather, that is very favorable, and it could be targeting areas that could really use the moisture, as you can see there, some of our drought conditions. Now, here's a look at that rainfall. Again, staying mostly dry for the coastal sections of British Columbia, a 17-degree high for our Friday in Vancouver, but this very dry start to June does look to continue for Vancouver until maybe some rain by Wednesday.